Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Clogs and welcome back to another episode of my FC25 Southampton Career Mode series. This is episode 11 of season 3, so if you have missed anything, of course there are links in the description down below. Check them out. There is one to the previous video and there is also one to the season playlist, so if you missed anything from the series so far, go back and catch up. But for those of you who have seen the last episode, you will know that it was an awful one. It was a horror episode. We started off with a 1-0 1-0 victory against Newcastle. We then had a 7-0 battering by Nottingham Forest away from home. Absolutely dreadful. And then we simmed the Arsenal game and we lost 2-0. So today we're hoping for a much better stream. Speaking of stream, that reminds me, if you guys want to come and join me over on Twitch, I will be live streaming all these episodes, so if you want to come and see the behind the scenes and anything like that, then there is a link to my Twitch. Come over and join me as I record these. In today's episode then we have 4 games, so I don't want to dilly-dally too much. We're going to play all 4 as well because we need to, because my job security is not great, so we need to pick up as much points as we possibly can. So we're going to start off with a game against Palace, we will then play Bournemouth, Fulham, and then we'll enter the month of April and we will play Sunderland. So I'll show you the table quickly before we jump into it. So this is how the table is looking. We are sat in 12th. Obviously not in our favourite position at the minute. 11th seems to be our favourite, but we are in and around there. So if we can pick up maximum points today, if we can pick up 12 points, then hopefully we can push ourselves up the table and sort of put the pressure back off me, because the board are not happy. So let's jump into that first game then against Crystal Palace. But before we do, guys, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss anything else from the series and my channel. Let's go pick up 12 points, starting with the first 3 next. So this is the Crystal Palace team then we are facing today. They got Joe Wu in goal, Daniel Munoz, Gahey, Lacroix, Richards and Oosterwolde as the back 5. Then they got Decore, Adam Wharton, Cordoba, Burkhardt and then Eze on the left. So okay, Palace side, they've got some decent players in there, all above 80 really, apart from the defence, and then the goalkeeper, of course. They for some reason they've sold all their goalkeepers and they haven't really signed anyone. They did look at to sign Ramsdale from us last season, but we obviously didn't let him go. They've got some okay options on the bench there. Striker Ioannis, who actually scored a hat-trick against me in the last game we played against Palace, is suspended, so he is out, thank God. But Burkhardt is actually a better overall anyway, so they must have signed him in January. This is our lineup. It's pretty much our starting lineup. Cunha, obviously new signing Cunha in there. Chuku, which we signed in the last episode. And then the rest of the lineup is the same. Jacob Greaves we managed to keep, of course, after 2 bids came in for him on deadline day. Right, let's get into it. Let's get a better episode today than the last, please, because let's be honest, it couldn't have got a lot worse. Burkhardt gets round Greaves, not great defending by him. Wharton takes a strike and Ramsdale gets down to it and just flicks it past the post. Adam Wharton at the minute is having a really good game. He seems to be tackling me a lot in the midfield and he had an opportunity to score then. Lucky enough, Ramsdale did get a touch on it, although the chance isn't over with that Eze putting in the box, header, and wide it goes. So half an hour gone, it is still 0-0, but Palace have come back at me. Chuku, nicely done. If we can get it to Cunha, we will get it to him now. Mavididi, try and dink it into him, does dink it into him. Strike, can Guri get there? No, he can't. The defender gets it off the line. Chance is still there with Cunha. Sar's a poor touch by him and it's going to go out to Palace, and that was an opportunity then. There was a scramble in the box, but unfortunately it was Palace that got to it first and not Guiri. That's a nice pass into Burkhardt, who is onside, and thank God, Ramsdale with a save. There's an opportunity for Palace just before half-time to take the lead. They still have that opportunity with a corner, but there's a poor one, and Mavididi does half get it away, but it is going to come back at us with Richards. Wharton, pass into Oosterwolde. There's another save by Ramsdale, who is keeping us in it at the minute, and it does look like a half-time is going to be 0-0. That's a very poor clearance. Oh my God, Ramsdale is a Superman at the minute with a super dive. And what a save it was. And Palace are pushing now to get a goal again. They ended the first half with the pressure, and now they've started the second half with some pressure, but lucky enough Ramsdale has been equal to it. Still 0-0 here. We'll try and get that into Guiri. I think he's on. He is on. What a pass it was. And it's a good save by the goalkeeper. Guiri couldn't get it past him, so it's still 0-0 here. But I think Guiri should have scored that, to be honest. Burkhardt, good tackle. Basuma. Right. Can we do something on the break then? Sarr. Oh, nicely done, Sarr. Guiri's there. Can we get it to him? We will pass it to him. We'll go back across to Paqueta, to Mavididi. And it's a goal. Really nice bit of play by us. And finally we break the deadlock 74 minutes in. Really nice bit of play. It was on the break. Sarr created it first with a nice bit of skill. And then the ball just came across. And then Mavididi puts it past the goalkeeper. And hopefully we can hold on to this 3 points. I'm going to make some changes now to make sure of it. Because I think we should be winning this game. We've been mildly the better team, if that's the word. But Palace are still dangerous when they do come forward. Cunha, Mavididi, Sarr, Cunha, Guiri. Oh, what a turn that is. Should be 2, and is. Guiri's back on the score sheet. He hasn't scored in a couple of games, to be fair, but he's finally back on the score sheet, and we do make sure of this game. It was a really nice turn by him to create the chance for himself, and that turn there is just beautiful, and a really nice strike to finish it. Goalkeeper stood no chance, and we are 2-0 up, and hopefully now that should definitely be the 3 points. But with me, it's never a certainty. Guiri, Sarr's made a run. And he's in. Could be 3. Sarr is not 3. I was about to say is 3. He's missed. Don't know why he missed that. Still 2 then. Last 30 seconds in. Still 2-0 here. We should be picking up the 3 points. The ref should blow his whistle as we pass that. And does. First 3 points on the board. Let's tick that off. Good start. An okay performance. We were fairly even. But then we obviously had the 2 goals. Create the bit of quality was obviously with us rather than Palace, so that is good. And let's jump into the next game now, because I want to continue this train going. Another 3 points, please. Right, just quickly before the Bournemouth game, we've had this offer for Doherty from Liverpool. Now, Doherty just messaged me and he did say that he is unhappy and wants to leave. So I am going to negotiate this. Liverpool, of course, are the team that have come in. They obviously love buying a player from Southampton, so we will negotiate it. So I negotiated, Liverpool walked out. I asked for 32 million and they walked straight out because they don't like paying. They like coming in for bids, but they obviously like to bully me, but I'm not being bullied. 32 million was still a lot less than the board said I could get, so it is what it is. He's not going to Liverpool. Okay, so now Bayern Munich have come in for Doherty, so I'm not really sure if that's realistic whether they would come in for him, but I am going to negotiate it again. I'm going to ask for what I asked from Liverpool. I'm not being bullied by these big clubs. I know he wants to go, but I don't have to let him go on the cheap. What I might do actually though is I might come down to 31 just to see if they're willing to pay that. They've come up, at least they're willing to negotiate. I'll do 30.5. And there we go, the price is met. So Doherty does look like he is leaving after all. Not to a Premier League club though. He's heading to Germany to play for Bayern Munich. Newcastle have now come in for Doherty as well, so we will negotiate that as well. I think Newcastle is probably a more realistic destination for him. But again, I will want what Bayern Munich are paid, so I will ask for that straight up. In fact, I might be a bit cheeky and actually ask for a little bit more. I'll ask for another extra million, see if they're willing to pay that just because they're in the league, which they are happy to pay. So hopefully he goes to Newcastle because, well, I mean, I don't really want to play against him, but it's an extra mil. So he's got a choice, Bayern Munich or Newcastle. In real life, of course, he'd choose Bayern Munich because everybody's rejecting Newcastle. But in game, I have a feeling he will choose Newcastle. Bournemouth lineup then. Skorupski in goal, Araujo, Sensei, Mepham and Sola as the back line. Adams, Cook, Semenyo, Bensakir, Kluivert and Vanat as the starting striker. Now Bournemouth are down in 19th, so we really should be winning this game. They've got a decent side, but they shouldn't be in 19th to be fair. It is a really good side, but I still think we should be beating this side. Our lineup is as it was in the previous game because we won, so hopefully that will continue. We have actually taken, though, Doherty out of the squad because he is leaving. So I am going to leave him out, of course, because now he is not going to be part of our future. So he won't be in the squad. Right, a good 3 points against... My mind has gone blank again, of course. I don't know who we just played. Who the hell did we just play? Crystal Palace, of course. Good 3 points there. Let's continue it with another 3 points here against Bournemouth. Although, here they come early on. Oh, bloody hell. And terrible start, as always. For some reason, we cannot play well back-to-back. 2 minutes in and Bournemouth are 1-0 up. Semenyo. Still Semenyo. Cross comes in. That should be Danzo's. It's not. And it's 2-0 Bournemouth. I generally don't know what's going on. We cannot play well back to back. I don't know what it is. For some reason, we can win a game and then the next game we have to lose for some reason. 2-0 Bournemouth, 20 minutes in, is not ideal. Another pass to Semenyo, who's going to beat Williams to it. And Ramsdale is forced into another save. But every time Bournemouth come forward, they look like scoring. We can't do anything going the other way. It's going to have to be a big second half. Mavadidi. Cunha. Guiri. Oh, what a finish. Come on. That's the perfect start to the second half. A really nice pass by Cunha. Another nice finish by Guiri. And we're back in this game. Let's get another one pronto. Cunha. Guiri's made another run. Oh, what a nice pass into Williams. I think he's on. He is on. Back into Guiri. First time strike. And the ref's given handball for a penalty. Now, of course, we will double check it as we always do using the VAR. We'll have a quick check. I don't know. Okay, at second look, it is a penalty. Adams makes his body bigger, sticking his arm out. I know it's quite close, but you can't put your arm out there. It's nowhere near his body. It's literally hanging out. So it is a penalty. So we do have an opportunity to make it 2-2. And an opportunity Guiri is going to step up and hopefully take. We're going to go right. And we are going to score. So from 2-0 down, 55 minutes in, we're 2-2 with plenty of time to go and win this game. So let's go do just that. Benzagir Vanat makes it 3-2. He gets his hat-trick. At the end of the day, we're conceding too many goals again, and it's 3-2 Bournemouth. After we come back, unfortunately, they've gone up the other end and well, it's been a couple of minutes, but they've gone and scored again, which is really frustrating. It was just a nice pass. It was ball across again, and then it was a strike. No chance for Ramsdale. 3-2 Bournemouth. We've got to do it again. Clivert. What a... Sometimes this game does my fucking head in, because all of a sudden now Bournemouth are playing like Barcelona again, prime Barcelona. They just put a really, like, okay, fair enough, he's run here, I've backed off, but then that ball there, what am I supposed to do about that? There's nothing I can do about it. The ball just come across and Semenyo's there just to put it in, and Bournemouth make it 4-2, and we're probably going to lose now. That could be a nice pass, actually. Cunha with a nice touch. It was a really nice pass by Dan James. And now Cunha is one-on-one. We've got to score here. Cunha's got to score his first goal for the club. And does. 77 minutes in then. We've got to go back. Crazy game here. But Bournemouth are really, really doing my head in. And this game is doing my head in. But we are back in it yet again. Come on. Let's get another one. Another 2, preferably. Can we get this equaliser? No, we need to get at least a draw here. I would wanted to win, but that's a stupid pass. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, lads. I think it's going to be another defeat. We just cannot win back-to-back games. Oh, that was a stupid pass. I need the ball to go out, to be honest. And there goes the final whistle. We lose another game. We're losing too many games. We're not winning enough back-to-back. And if things carry on this way, then I might not be in a job this time next season. I mean, I might not be in a job this time next episode, never mind next season, because the board want me to finish in the Europa League spot, but that ain't happening. Not one bit is that happening. So, stupid game, stupid result. let's move on and hopefully get a win in the next one and the win after that, because we really need to start winning games back to back and get some consistency going, because I'm frustrated at the minute. Here's confirmation then of what I thought was going to happen. Alfie Doherty has accepted Newcastle, so he is staying in the league. He's not going to Bayern Munich, but we did get an extra $1 million out of Newcastle, so that is a good deal. We got an A rating as well, because the board actually said we could get 32 maximum, even though they did tell me that we could look at getting for 60 something, I think it was, or 40 something, which is, lies apparently. So Doherty's out of the club then. He obviously will stay until the rest of the season, but he is heading to the Toon. Fulham team then in this must-win game. Majeki in goal, Hickey, Bassey, Anderson, Truffat as the back line, Sanderberg, Iwobi, Watkins, Stiller and Smith Rowe as the midfield five, and then Goodmanson as the lone striker up top. We've changed our formation to try and do something, because we are leaking a lot of goals. Although I was saying to chat just now on Twitch that I seem to be conceding goals but then getting clean sheets, and then conceding goals and getting clean sheets. It's very inconsistent, which is the buzzword of this episode. Of this season, to be honest, very inconsistent. But what we've done, we've gone with a 4-2-1-3. So we've got with more holding midfielders. So Basuma's come in over Paqueta, Cunha's keeping his place in that cam, and the front three are as usual. Hutchinson's come back in over Sarr. We just need to try and do something, and hopefully we can go and win this game and the next game against Sunderland, because I think we definitely should be beating Sunderland, but I still think we should be winning this game as well. So please, although it's a very fast start from Fulham again, who will be taking a shot. Fulham have come straight at me. Of course, they're looking to stop me from winning this game. But lucky enough, we've rode that storm, and it is still 0-0, thank God. So come on, not a good start. Oh my God, and Fulham make it 1-0. In the first 10 minutes, the changes haven't worked, and Fulham have scored. We've not been able to keep them out. It's only taken them 9 minutes, and we're already 1-0 down. Goodmanson with the goal. Too much space. Probably shouldn't have scored that, to be honest. I think Ramsdale maybe should have saved it. But anyway, doesn't matter. 1-0 Fulham. Mavididi, nicely done. Gets around the man. Cunha's making a run. I don't think I'm going to... Guiri's making a late run. That's not where I wanted that to go. We'll get it back to him. It's a good opportunity. It was a nice pass across, and we're creating something, but this game has been very frustrating to play, to be honest. Fulham have got bodies everywhere. I'm trying what I can to break them down, but we are struggling. There's a yellow card to Iwobi. We do have a corner. Can we get a goal back from it? It is going to go to Greaves' head. He does a header away, and the keeper with a save. It's another opportunity. We'll try it again. Try and get it to Greaves again. It will go to Greaves again. He's going to get there again, and he's put it wide this time. It's just not going my way at the minute. Still 1-0 Fulham. Lukic. Still a cross. Should be Williams's. Guiri picks it up. Come on. He's got an opportunity to run into the space. Can he get around this? He can. Counter-attack then, Guiri. Bassey is catching up though. We're going to have to shoot. Oh, we scored finally on the break in the 67th minute. We make it 1-1. I think we have deserved it. We have been a better team. We've had a lot of the ball. We just haven't been able to break Fulham down. And finally on the break we have. And we've got a leveller. This time I'm hoping that instead of the Bournemouth game where they score, we score and actually win this game. But if you can't tell, this game is frustrating me at the minute. It does look like we are going to draw, which we don't do very often this season. We do get a draw. It was a very frustrating game. Fulham were very difficult to break down, so in the end I'm probably happy that we managed to get a goal. But still not ideal. Not ideal. We're not picking up enough points. We're dropping too many points, and yeah, it's just not ideal. We've got the fourth and final game of the episode coming up then against Sunderland, and I'm hoping that is going to be a bit better, and we've got to beat Sunderland. They are struggling down the bottom. If we don't win that, then maybe I deserve to get sacked. Sunderland lineup then for this final game of the episode. Hine in goal, Hume, Ballard, Pembele and Huggins as the back line, Curve, Gruev and Dan Neil as the middle three, with Barr, Isidore and Mundle as the front three. Our lineup is a little bit rotated. Tangside coming in because Greery's a bit too tired, but I think the rest is actually as is. Dan James is coming on the left instead of Mavididi. This is a game that we have to win. It's not acceptable. Nothing else is acceptable basically against Sunderland. They're bottom of the table and struggling. So if we don't win this, then maybe I do deserve to get sacked, which is very much a possibility at the minute. Chuku back to Cunha. Tankstead. James. Cunha's made a run into the box. Cross. Cunha. Saved by the goalkeeper. Good first chance of the first 5 minutes. And Cunha got the header away, but the goalkeeper made the save. Cunha. Mateus Cunha. He's put it wide. Basuma. Williams. James. Williams. Tankstead's in there. What a cross that is. Tankstead. Oh, what a save. We're playing very well at the minute. We are. But we haven't scored yet. That's the frustrating thing. It was a really nice cross. Can we get a goal here? Cunha's going to put it in. Okchuka's going to get the header. It's not gone in. Still 0-0 then. 20 minutes gone. It's Milisar inside. Tankstead's carried on his run. We'll get it back to him. Tankstead. Oh, it's a good save by the goalkeeper again. Really nice bit of play from us. But we still can't get past the goalkeeper. Cunha, nicely done. Tankstead, Dan James. Tankstead shoots, scores. I thought he was offside, but he must not have been because the goal does stand. It was a really nice pass from Dan James in the end then. The run was perfect from Tankstead. Not the first time he's done that this season. And we finally break Sunderland down. In fact, we actually probably scored on the break then because Sunderland were the team starting. He looks miles offside to me there, but it must have been a perfect pass. He must have just been level, which is absolutely fantastic. But like I was saying, Sunderland were kind of pushing back for the last couple of minutes then, but we went up the other end and finally we got past the goalkeeper. Tankstead makes it 1-0, 31 minutes gone. Let's get another couple of goals because I do think we are miles the better team at the minute. So let's make sure of this result and end this episode on a positive. Isidore. Oh my god, Isidore with a strike. Sunderland comes straight up the other end and Ramsdale is forced into a decent save. It was heading in. They do have a corner from it, which we do get away, thank God for that. And we got a chance on the break with Mr. Counter-attack himself, Dan James. Using his pace. I can see Sarr on the other end. This has got to be a goal. Dan James across to Sarr. And Sarr with a terrible shot. That was an absolute awful strike from Sarr. That should have been 2-0. Cross comes in. Dewey's headed it. It's going to get shot away. And just trickles wide. I think it was Dan Neil with the strike. It was. It was a low-driven shot. And it goes just wide. Isidore. Oh my god, Isidore's just hit the bar from range. 63 minutes in then, because we didn't take the chances in the first half. Sunderland have been probably a little bit the better team in this second half, and luckily enough they didn't equalise, but we really need to step up because we have to get 3 points in this game. Oh, the ref's given a penalty. I thought it was going to be a free kick on the edge of the box. So the ref has deemed in the 85th minute that Sunderland have handled the ball. But I don't need to look at that again. That's not handball. He's just protecting himself. He can't do anything. Not handball. Last 2 minutes then is a very scrappy game. We've not played very well, to be honest, again, which is very frustrating. It does look like we are going to win, though, because we've got the ball at the right end of the pitch. Can we make it 2 just to finish it off? No, is the answer. Of course not. It is going to be a 1-0 victory then against Sunderland. Again, like I said, not a good performance. 3 points I'll take, but better teams would have done better against us. Sunderland are a team that are struggling, so we should have done a lot better. But yeah, so overall another up and down episode. To be fair, we've only lost one game today. Obviously that Bournemouth game, we've actually won 2 and drawn 1. So overall, maybe a better definitely a better episode than the last. But just playing, it just doesn't feel right. Something is not clicking. We're not playing very well at the minute. But But yeah, let's have a look at where we are in the table then to end the episode before we have a look at what's coming up in the next one. Okay then, so this is how the table is looking then to end the episode. We stay in 12th. We've actually played one game more than everyone around us. Luckily enough, we have got more points than Newcastle, so even if they win that game, they will stay below us. However, the teams above us could pull away a little bit more. At the minute it's 2 points between us and Nottingham Forest in 11th and Fulham in 10th, but they both have that game in hand, so if they win that then it will extend to 5. So not ideal, but we can just do what we can, and hopefully in the next episode, I keep saying this, but hopefully in the next episode we can get a bit more consistency and win a few games. Let's have a look at who we are facing. The next episode then will be the penultimate episode of the season. We will start off with play the game against Leeds, we will play Everton, and we will play West Ham. I need to play all these games at the minute because, I mean, maybe I should sim them because we might actually win, but no, we will play all three, and then we have a very tough end of the season, so it's vital that we pick up maximum points against those three clubs, because we definitely should be, because then we have United, Chelsea and Liverpool in the season finale, before then a favourable game against Norwich. But yeah, it's not an ideal end to the season, but we can only do what we can in these three games to give us the best possible scenario to maybe then pick up what we can against those clubs. But like I said, it's not going to be an easy end of the season, but let's start it off with a good episode in the next one. But that is where we shall wrap this episode up then, guys. Overall, again, an inconsistent episode. We only lost the one game, but we're just not playing very well. Of course, we won 2, so we picked up 6 from 4. Well, 7 actually from, 7 from 12, which overall, you look at that, isn't that bad, but it's just because of the last episode and a couple of episodes previous where we are on the table. We need to be making the most of these teams. We should have picked up 12 points today against the teams we played, but it just wasn't to be. Anyway guys, if you guys did enjoy this episode, please remember to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss anything else from this series and my channel. And of course, as I have been mentioning in the last couple of episodes, there is a link to my Twitch in the description down below, because I am live streaming all these episodes over on Twitch now, so if you want to come and join me live, there is a link in the description. But as for now then guys, I shall see you in the next episode. I've been Clonks, and remember guys, take care.